we're gonna do this question. 3x minus 2x equals 65. We're trying to find x. So what I'm gonna do to this, I'm gonna change it into the form of difference of squares to be able to do it. How are we gonna do that? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna write the 3 to the power of x. I'm gonna square it and then divide it by 2 at the same time, because 2 divided by 2 is 1. So 1 doesn't change this. And I'm gonna do the same thing to this. 2 to the power of x to the power of 2 over 2 equals 65. Now the next thing, I'm gonna take this 2 and put it under the x. And you're allowed to do that. Because you remember the rule, when you have an exponent outside of the brackets, you multiply it into the exponent inside the brackets. And I'm only gonna multiply the 2 to the 1 underneath here. And I'm gonna leave that 2 outside. So I'm gonna have 3 to the power of x over 2, all to the power of 2, minus, I'm gonna do the same thing here. So 2 to the power of x over 2. And this 2 here is just gonna stay as a square. And what I'm gonna do also, I'm gonna change, or no, I'm just gonna keep the 65 the same for now. Now, all of us know that a squared minus b squared equals a plus b, a minus b. So that's basically the difference of squares. I'm gonna let x, or I'm gonna let a be the 3 to the x over 2, and b to the 2 to the power of x over 2. So that's a squared plus b squared. So therefore, the a is the 3 to the power of x over 2 squared, minus the b is the 2 to the x over 2 squared, and that gave me the a plus b, a minus b. Now we know this here equals 65, so I'm just going to replace this by 65 equals a plus b, a minus b. All right, now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to change the 65 to 13 times 5, which gives me a plus b, a minus b. Now, based on this, can we say this here is this, and this here is this here? So we can say a plus b equals 13, and a minus b equals 5. Now, this is a system of equations. So I'm going to solve this system of equations by adding the two equations. I'm going to get 2a, the b's will cancel, and I'm going to get 18. And if 2a equals 18, I'm going to divide both sides by 2 by 2. I'm going to get a equals 9. Now, if a equals 9, I'm going to sub the 9 back into one of these equations. So I'm just going to sub it and into the top one. So the a plus b equals 13. If a is 9 plus b equals 13, now b would equal, take away 9 from both sides, you get b to equal 4. Now, as we said earlier, a is the 3 to the power of x over 2. So let's come back here now and say that a, which equals 9, and a, since a is 3 to the power of x over 2, that should equal 9, because that's what they say, a equals 9, and a is this. Now, 3 to the power of x over 2 equals 3 squared. Now the 3's cancel, and we get x over 2 equals 2. Cross multiply the 2 there, and you get x equals 4. We're going to go back and check if that works in the original equation. So now we have 3 to the power of 4 minus 2 to the power of 4, and that should equal 65. Now 3 to the power of 4 is 81, minus 2 to the power of 4, which is 16, equals 65. And 81 minus 16 will give me 65 equals 65. Check. And that's how you get the answer for this question.